I made this from scratch, under 10 minutes. Keep watching if you want to do it by yourself too. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. My name is Caroline for Calyciousloves. As you all know, on this channel we talk about fashion and style, and yes, occasionally we do DIY, and this is the occasional moment where we are doing DIY. Guys, it's been a long time. The last time I did a DIY tutorial on this channel, I think was last year, if not the year before. And to be honest with you, I do love being creative. Today I was like, okay, it's high time we did some DIY. Something simple, something that people can relate with, something that you can be proud of. This is something that you can do with your family and friends in preparation for African Day, which falls on the 25th of May every year. Yeah, so maybe this will inspire you to do something for your friends and, you know, gift it to them. It's very simple, it's very affordable.
So first things first, you're going to need an African print. I got mine from some leftover material, but I'll link everything else in the description below. You can get it from Amazon. You also need a picture frame. This can be something you're reusing, maybe an old frame, or you could get a new one from Poundland, whichever you fancy. You will also need a printed map of Africa. I'm very bad at drawing, so I'd rather trace and do the map justice. I'm also using a plain paper, a color of choice, as a background when I put everything together. You will need craft glue, not super glue, because this is slightly gentle to your skin and it's forgiving. You will also need a tape pen. You can get this from all the crafty shops, and a sharp pair of scissors. So now let's get into this tutorial. So the length or the size of the material that you'll be using depends on how big you want your map of Africa to be or how big your frame is. Mine was smaller than an A4 paper, so I didn't really need much material. So it's really up to you. Make sure that the material is properly ironed so that everything comes out nice, not creasy. So the first thing that you will do is take your tape pen. The reason why I'm using a tape pen is because it's easy to remove, or it won't affect the material. I'm using this for the tracing purposes. So what you would do is you would put the tape behind the A4 paper where the map of Africa is printed, and then you will glue the brighter side of the African print on it. So the brighter side is underneath this plain paper, and then the bit that's not too bright will be behind. And now with your patience, just make sure you cut through properly. This is for the people that cannot draw, but if you know you can draw the map of Africa beautifully, then just draw it on the African print, and simple. Yeah, and there's our Madagascar, guys. My apologies to the Seychelles and the Mauritius guys. Unfortunately, guys, it's just too small. I couldn't put it on there. And this is for everybody that wants to do a map. It could be a map of anything. It doesn't have to be of Africa. It could also be objects or shapes. It's really up to you. This is actually something that's so diverse. You can use it for different things other than maps. I just think it's cute and it's fun and it's simple, and you get to enjoy looking at the work of your hands. So the next thing that I'm doing now, I've removed the mirror from the frame, and because I'm using the gold paper as my backdrop for the map, I'm gonna cut it to the same size of the frame. And then now bring in your cutting skills. I have to like literally trace, because if I do not trace, this thing will end up being a zigzag and not a straight line. And then after we cut the paper to the size of the frame, we are going to glue them up to the paper. So what I've done here now is that when I remove the material from the plain paper, the glue will stay stuck to the plain paper and not the material. And that's the good thing about using the tape pen and not glue. It's very forgiving. It will stick to the material that you glued first. So I glued it first to the paper and then put the material on top. So it will stay on the paper. It won't transfer to the material that I'm using. Just make sure that you are cutting, when you're cutting, you know where exactly where your map is gonna be like. So you don't want to cut the good side and it ends up on the downside of the map. So just make sure that the brighter side of the material will be the side that will be showing and not the side you will be gluing. So now we come in with our craft glue. Sorry, I was watching Young, Famous, and African. That's why I'm rolling my eyes over there. But yeah, so now we come in with the glue. You can either use a brush or any excess paper to spread it around. And the good thing, like I said, about this is that it's very forgiving. If this was super glue, it would have dried up by now. And obviously, you have to probably get your hands in there, and that means super glue is gonna get stuck. It's very forgiving, so avoid super glue. Now you come in with your centering skills and glue them up to the paper, and that's it. I probably could have done better with centerizing this, but I think it looks cute. You can go in with some more glue just to um, put down the edges that did not get glued properly, clean up any messes around it, and there you have it. You've glued your map. You can wait for it to dry, but for me, it didn't take long, to be honest, because the glue that I use is quite good, and you put it in the frame. Um, just make sure that if you are working with kids, maybe you might want to be careful with the sharp objects, the pair of scissors. Make sure that you put it somewhere where it's not easily accessible by kids. And once you put them up in the frame, that's it. My frame did not have a glass, so it's quite simple. You can literally see the material of the map of Africa. But if your frame has a glass, then that's fine. And here's the final product.
So guys, yes, this is it. This is the frame with the map of Africa. I think it looks gorgeous. You can do it in any print of your choice. I'll link all the products that I used in this video in the description below. But if you do have a Poundland closer to you, then you are in for a bargain. You might as well just go there and get all the supplies, except for the African print, of course, which you might have to find on Amazon. Or if you have a spare at home, then yeah, it will definitely come in handy. So I hope you found this helpful. For now, I'll hang this somewhere, obviously, to represent the motherland. I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!